All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to you, Hakim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this knowledge and truth and its sincerity. This is the Brother Balls off in the Jim Messer, Arizona Campbell as well, with another quick lesson edified through the Holy Spirit unto you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the true children of Israel according to the scriptures and according to the prophecy. Shalom. I was checking out this video. This is from the Ricky Smiley morning show. And they had a interesting debate going on. And the title says it all. So as you can see, it says, are white women strategic in getting black men? And this sparked a whole debate on the show. So what was being discussed is how this group chat got exposed of these white women. And they were having a conversation about how they intentionally and strategically land rich black men. And they got a whole method and approach to it. And I want you to hear what was being said in this group chat, because they're gonna go through it. And they're sparking a debate like, should, the so-called black woman have a strategy for getting these men, they're really referring to the professional athletes of the world, the rich and famous athletes, and how they end up with these white women. And these white women are putting themselves in the path of these men to lock them down on purpose. And it ain't got nothing to do with love. And so, this debate I thought it was interesting. And, bros want to check it out. I think there's a lot of lessons that can come out of this. But one thing that stood out was when they went through the list of what the lady said, whoever this Edomite woman was that was saying, or, whose group chat got exposed, the things that she was saying that you should do in order to position yourself to get with one of these men and stay with them. I really ain't had no issue with half of the shit she was saying, because it's like they figured out how to be in order and serve a man. That's what I heard. They figured out how to serve a man. Now, the intention was, their whole process of doing it is disingenuous. Yes. But what does a woman do? A woman is gonna go wherever the comfort is. And that's why the women going into these last days are all gonna flock to the men of the Lord, because that's where the comfort is going to be. When the money runs dry, when all hell breaks loose, when there's no safe place, where there's no food and no water, they're going to flock to the men of the Lord, because that's where those provisions are going to be. The woman is just going to flock to wherever the comfort is. And so it's no surprise that you got groups of women that are out there having these types of discussions, trying to position themselves to be taken care of and have comfort. So, hey, let's listen to this video, and I'm gonna just grab a few precepts and close it out, man. This ain't gonna be long. I want you guys to hear what they say. Now, and hey, fair warning, this dude on here is a straight up Mo, that's speaking. You know what I'm saying? But shit, what can you listen to for entertainment in this world and not bump into some shit like this? It's a wicked ass world, a wicked ass kingdom we live in, and so they everywhere. But anyway, fair use, fair use. I'm just using this video for informational purposes only.
EY, hit us up. Bring some out of the morning show. Listen, we was arguing this morning. I mean, it was a big argument in the studio because Gary started something this morning in his tea talking about how white women get rich, black men. Now, Gary, refresh us. Tell us the story.
Okay, now, so this is the deal. So allegedly, y'all, a group chat was full of messages, y'all, that was exposed by a white woman who was coaching her younger sister and her other white women on how to lock down, y'all, and target black men, black NFL players, and NBA players, you know, for their money and lifestyle, because they said those men are not as brilliant. So we're gonna play this.
They said that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, that's what they say.
Hey,
because,
do you remember when Kim Kardashian, her little sister, said that Kim told her how to get black men? The little one, the youngest one, who's got the two black men. I remember her distinctly saying what she needed to do.
So this woman, I mean, she relies saying that it's easy, Ricky, and it really is. She said, but you have to play your cards right, and you can't be an emotional little girl. Can't be one. So that's how she let it be known, child.
Okay.
So, but anyways, so here's some of the alleged white women rules, and this is interesting. Number one, she said he's the prize. You remember, under the black man, the NFL star, the sports player, he's the prize. So remember.
Right. So listen to what they go into, man, and it goes right with the times we're coming into where, you know, the men of the Lord are getting ready to rise to the top, and we're gonna be heavily sought after. You know, we're going to come back into that state where, you know, the women are going to seek after us. You know, bros have been going into lessons on that. But first thing that was said was, remember that man is the prize. How many of our women would make a statement like that? Zero. Very few, to be fair. Very few, and it'd be very hard for you to find. But that was the first thing that was said. Remember, he is the prize. Our women as a whole do not have that mentality. They think they are the prize. They think we supposed to lay out the red carpet for them, but the scriptures say, let's do this. Oh man, I'm tripping. Let me do this. Damn, what's up with my app? My app ain't even... All right, give me a second. The app ain't working correctly. This is Isaiah 4:1. It says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So this is showing how the women are going to be in such a position that they're going to be begging men to take them in, to take away all of the hell that they catching. You see, and that ain't the mentality of the women now, you see. So I thought it was interesting that was the first thing that was said, that the men are the prize, because we're coming into the time when Isaiah 4:1 comes to pass, that the men are going to be the prize, and it's specifically the men of the Lord. Let's keep going.
Star, the sports player, he's the prize. So remember, honey, that he can change your life, and you can't change his, and that's true.
Okay, here's rule number 2. Dealing with cheating. Don't look for it. Girls are going to throw themselves at him, and some are going to succeed. If it's just a fling, let it go, but don't let him get emotionally attached to any of them. P.S. He'll always be attracted to black girls. So activate that Shanae in her by picking at her and let him see it. Let him see that Shanae. He's going to ditch her quick when he sees it.
Ain't that something she said, honey? Do it.
Shanae.
Because she know, honey, that black women going to act up and she just won't. She going in essence, she said, honey, he going to embarrass her. And he gonna just drop her like a damn hot potato, and that's usually what they do. But anyway, here's another white woman rule. She said, be an asset to him, and this is interesting too. And y'all kind of like this one. She said, fold his clothes, honey. She said, buy him and bring him his food. She said, do his homework because he's not that smart. She said, integrate yourself in his life where he can't live without you. And this is one thing that black men like, especially, honey, coming from somebody of non-African descent. Oh, look how she fold up my clothes. Look how she did this and how she did all that for me. And so she cooked and cleaned and all that other stuff. So that's something that Africans in America
I'm not
like.
saying necessarily from a white woman, but that within itself, from any woman or whatever, that's important.
You got to make it where he can't live without you.
That's my standard. Yeah, to be with somebody that I cannot live without. If she died, I die the next week because I can't take the fact that she died.
Yeah.
That kind of lust.
Just want somebody to make your life a little easier.
Make it
especially if you're
easier.
a busy guy.
Ricky.
Right, and the women that we have nowadays, they're not doing that. They're not making the lives of, even us men in this truth, man. We catch a lot of hell from the women we deal with. Everything is completely out of order and out of course. And, as the scripture says, a woman should be a pillar of rest. And that's not what we're getting. And you wonder why these black men are grabbing these women of these other nations, man, because they still got a sense of order to them. And like I said, the shit was, the way that they approaching this shit is conniving, but when you sit back and you think about what that man is getting from taking that woman in, then, the shit kind of makes sense. She getting what she want out of the situation, and he's getting what he wants. He's getting a helpmeet, which is what a woman is supposed to be. This is Sirach 36 and 21. It says, a woman will receive every man, yet is one daughter better than another. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loving nothing better. All right? Because you're going to hear in the video where, as the woman continues on, she talks about, taking care of yourself, making sure you look good. Making sure, all those things. Because what? A man loves nothing better than a beautiful woman. Being able to come home to a beautiful woman. A woman that's there for you. That want to take care of you. That want to, do the things that please you. That's rare to find in this day and age. And these fucking white women then put together a whole fucking strategy to lock down Jake by doing these things. Why can't we get our women to do it just for the love that they have for us? The women of you tribes. You see? And this is what we, are going to get back in our kingdom, but we are so far from it right now. So again, verse 22, it says, the beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. And hey, the white women, they understand that. Whoever this Edomite woman is that's coaching these other women up, she understands that he's the prize. We belong to him. We're here to help him and aid him in his endeavors, so that we can be taken care of. So he'll take us in. This is the mentality that our women need to get back to. This is Proverbs 31. It says, verse 23, if there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then it's not her husband like other men. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. And that's key, because what we get now is nagging, all of the jealousy, the jealous bullshit that we got to deal with. Being inconsiderate, ungrateful. That's what we deal with from our women now, man. And the mentality is completely different. So far from a pillar of rest. It says, where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled, and he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. Anyway, that's the point. That woman is supposed to be a pillar of rest, and that's important. So let's listen to a little bit more.
You're a busy guy.
Ricky,
You
let
got
me
a
tell
lot
you
going
something.
on.
My husband can't find nothing without me, and I will keep it that way. But listen, here's the next thing. Don't embarrass him. Don't cheat. Don't text other men. Go completely wild on him in bed, and just wherever, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, and she
Man.
said, "Come." Yeah,
That's
what
hoish.
those girls do, babe. Should they go completely wild on them? Should they, babe, make sure you use your throat spray? Should they do and everything? Should they be spontaneous? Make it go down anytime and anywhere. This is what the girl said.
Okay.
Hey, these Edomite women ain't fucking around, man. I think Jake need to take some notes, and apply some of this game, cause they got the game down. You tell me one dude that's gonna have an issue coming home to a woman like this. For fuck who the message came from. Listen to what she's saying. Okay? Listen to what she's saying. Let's play a little bit more.
Hey, now I agree with this one.
Throat spray.
Always, that's confusing to me. I'm just gonna skip right over that. I don't know what that is. So,
Numbing spray.
oh, numbing spray.
Girl. Girl.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Alfreda.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Now they talking about that guap guap.
Never heard of it. Okay, here's one I really agree with. Always look good. I'm not
Oh, no,
saying
I
I
agree
do
with that
it.
one too, honey.
I don't always do it, but always look good. Face and hair always has to be done. Push for marriage or at least multiple kids, and you got him. In 2 years on draft day, you'll be a millionaire. It's so sweet.
These bitches crazy, man. But it was more of the actions. You see, that's what kind of caught my attention, because Jake women gonna call into the show. They gonna give some callers an opportunity to call in, and they gonna talk they shit and look what these white women doing, and these dumb niggas is falling for it. Well, them dumb niggas is getting spoiled at home. You know what I'm saying? So why not spend the money and you getting well taken care of at home, then go and inherit a whole fucking problem and a headache dealing with one of these Jake women? I ain't saying all of them, but shit, at least the ones I came across, So anyway, man, I just thought that was an interesting video on what was being said, because, hey, like I said, it might have been insincere approach, on what they trying to do and bagging a Jake man that got money. But look what they bringing to the table. I watch podcast after podcast with these so-called black women on there talking all type of shit, making demands. They need this, they need that. They ain't going for this or that. You got to make this much money. You got to be this tall, blah, 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 fucking blah. I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. And they just full of fucking pride. So who wants to deal with that shit, man? But the Lord is about to bring about a great humbling to the Jake woman. This is Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come." And this is the time we're coming into. Don't nobody want to deal with the Jake woman no more. If these, women of these other nations are willing to do all this and that, to get with a Jake man, but mind you, they're talking about men with money, but these women of these other nations, they love Jake, bro. So why would Jake want to, come home and deal with your shit when he can just lobby to go deal with one of these women of another nation and have at least a little bit of peace? Okay? So this is the time we're coming into. Isaiah 32:11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines. So these are the times we're coming into, man. Hey, you women better wake up. You better wake up. I thought that was a heavy video that Elder Manada Zakba posted about the woman saying that every Israelite man should have at least 3 wives. I think the Lord is about to bring about that shift that's going to bring Isaiah 4:1 to come to pass. But things are about to get very dire out here in this world and the economy, especially upon the women. And y'all going to be looking for a man of the Lord, man. So, and we're going to be very picky about who we let into our, our lives. We ain't just going to be picking every woman, and we ain't going to be picking based upon your beauty. What are you bringing to the table? It's the point of the lesson. Them Edomite women got a whole fucking process together. And from what it sounds like, they bringing a lot to the fucking table. What are you bringing to the table? Because we ain't letting everybody in through our doors. You're gonna have to prove your benefit, or you're gonna be left out there to the wolves. Anyway, quick little rant. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and peace to the hopeful elect out there. Shalom.